What if the voice screaming quit in your head fell silent forever, replaced by the thunder of your own unbreakable will? Imagine standing in the ashes of your doubts, your fears burned away, a fire in your chest that no storm can touch. This moment, this pain, this struggle, this relentless pressure is not your defeat, it's your crucible, your proving ground, where the man you were born to be is hammered into existence. You weren't built to break. You were built to rise, to carve your name into the stone of history with sheer, unyielding resolve. Welcome to your battlefield, warrior. This is where you become unbreakable. Step into the war within, where every man faces a brutal truth. Deep in your soul, a voice whispers lies. It's too hard, you're not enough. Wait for tomorrow. That voice, it's not you. It's the ghost of who you used to be, clawing to keep you chained to mediocrity. But you're not mediocre. You're a force, a builder, a warrior forged for greatness. The pain searing through your veins? It's not punishment. It's the hammer striking steel, shaping the iron core of your true self. You're not tired because you're failing. You're tired because you're fighting, clawing toward a life most men only dream of. This pressure? It's not here to crush you. It's here to burn away every weak excuse, every fleeting doubt, until only the man who refuses to bend remains. Feel the weight on your shoulders, that grinding job, that dream nobody believes in. The fear that wakes you at 3 in the morning, that's not failure, that's the raw material of your destiny. Every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, every step that feels like dragging stone uphill, it's proof you're alive, proof you're pushing beyond the ordinary. Most men crumble under this weight. They retreat to the soft prison of good enough. They trade their fire for comfort, their purpose for safety. But you're not most men. You're here to build something extraordinary, something that echoes beyond your lifetime. The pressure isn't your enemy, it's your forge. And every second you endure it, you're crafting a soul no storm can shake. Now stand in the forge of greatness. Picture a blade, glowing red hot, pulled from the flames. It doesn't beg for relief. It doesn't flinch under the hammer's relentless strikes. It endures the heat, the pounding, the unyielding forging. Why? Because that's how it becomes sharp. Unbreakable, a weapon of purpose. You are that blade. Every doubt, every setback, every moment you want to quit, it's a strike from destiny's hammer, shaping you into something the world can't ignore. Andrew Carnegie, a boy with nothing but hunger in his veins, didn't rise because life handed him a silver platter. He rose because he embraced the furnace, poverty, long hours, relentless doubt. These were his forge. Born in a Scottish slum, he started as a messenger boy, earning pennies, overlooked by the world. But every telegram he delivered, every late night he studied, every insult he swallowed it, was a strike in his forge. He didn't wait for opportunity. He became the opportunity. Henry Ford faced a different fire. Mocked for his foolish dream of a car for every man, he stood against a world that laughed, saying the horse would never be replaced. His own engineers told him an 8-cylinder engine was impossible. Did he retreat? Number. He roared. Build it anyway. And his vision reshaped the world. Ford's fire was ridicule, doubt, the weight of a vision too big for his time. Yet he stayed in the flames, building through failure, through mockery, until his Model T rolled off the line and changed history. Your forge is here, your grind, your dream. The fear gnawing at your gut. It's the late nights at a job you hate. The business plan nobody funds. The vision only you can see. Stay in it. Let it burn away the weak parts, the hesitation, the need for approval, until only the real you stands tall. This isn't about surviving the fire. It's about thriving in it. Carnegie didn't just endure poverty. He studied it, learned from it, used it as fuel. Every low-paying job was a classroom. Every moment of uncertainty, a lesson in resilience. He watched the men around him, learned their strengths, and built his own. Ford didn't just face doubt, he defied it. Building through ridicule, through failure, through the weight of a world that couldn't see his vision. Your fire is no different. That job grinding you down, that dream nobody believes in, that fear waking you in the dark. These are your teachers, your raw materials. They're not here to break you. They're here to build you, if you choose to stay in the flames. Every time you push through, you add another layer to your strength, another brick to the monument of your purpose. Think of Harriet Tubman, born into slavery, with every reason to surrender. Her fire wasn't just hardship, it was chains, whips, a world that told her she was nothing, yet she didn't just survive. She became a conductor of freedom, leading hundreds through the Underground Railroad. Each step through the dark, each risk she took was a strike in her forge, shaping her into a legend. She didn't wait for freedom to be given. She forged it for herself and others. Your fire may not be chains, but it's real. It's the doubt that says you're too old, too broke, too far behind. It's the voice that says your dream is too big. Stay in the fire. Let it shape you, not shatter you. To win this war, you must burn the bridge to retreat. There's no halfway up this mountain. You can't climb with one foot still in the valley, clinging to the safety of maybe later. Destroy every excuse that lets you stay small. The man who keeps an escape route never commits fully. His mind splits, his will fractures. Fear creeps in through the cracks. But the man who says there's no going back becomes a force of nature, unstoppable, undeniable. Abraham Lincoln carried a nation's weight through a civil war. Critics tore at him, allies doubted him. The blood of brothers stained the earth, yet he stood, unshaken, anchored to a vision of unity stronger than any storm. He didn't wait for applause or ease. He moved, and history bent to his will. Burn your bridge. Let the ashes of your old self, your doubts, your hesitations, your need for comfort fuel your march forward. Retreat is not an option. Not for the man you're becoming. This act of burning the bridge isn't reckless. It's strategic. It's the moment you tell your own mind, we don't turn back. Lincoln didn't just lead a nation, he led himself, refusing to let doubt or fatigue dictate his path. When the war dragged on, when his own cabinet questioned him, when the weight of a divided nation pressed down, he burned the bridge to retreat and committed to his vision, no matter the cost. You must do the same. What's your bridge? The job you hate but stay in for a paycheck? The fear of failure that keeps you from starting? The voice whispering, you're not ready, set it ablaze. Commit to your purpose with such ferocity that doubt has no place to land. The man who leaves no way back finds a way forward, always. Think of Theodore Roosevelt, a man who faced his own crucible, physical weakness, personal tragedy, political opposition. As a child, he was frail, plagued by asthma, told he'd never be strong. But he burned the bridge to weakness, training his body and mind with relentless discipline. When his wife and mother died on the same day, he didn't retreat into grief. He charged into the Dakota Badlands, forging himself anew through hardship. As president, he faced a nation skeptical of his bold ideas. Yet he built the Panama Canal, defied monopolies, reshaped America's future. Roosevelt didn't wait for ease. He burned every bridge to retreat and became a force no one could ignore. Your bridges are different, but the fire is the same. Burn them. Commit to your path, no matter how steep. Don't fall for the lie of someday. The world peddles a deadly myth. Wait for the right moment, when the stars align, when you feel ready. But someday is a graveyard where dreams rot, where potential suffocates under the weight of hesitation. There's only now, raw, unpolished, unforgiving now. Hesitation isn't caution. It's fear in a clever disguise, stealing your fire one delay at a time. Thomas Edison didn't wait for the perfect lab to birth the light bulb. He failed 10,000 times. Each failure a spark in the dark, a step toward victory. He didn't pause to feel ready. He acted, and readiness followed. Stop waiting for confidence, for clarity, for the perfect plan. The man who waits for calm seas never sails. Move now. Let your action carve the path. Every trembling step, every imperfect move rewires your soul, forging courage in the act of pressing forward. Edison's story is a testament to defiance. Every failure was a test, a question from the universe. Do you really want this? And every time he answered with action, not words. When the world mocked him, when his own team doubted him, he didn't retreat into excuses. He built, failed, built again. Until the light bulb wasn't just an idea, but a reality that lit the world. Your someday is a trap, a lie that keeps you from acting. The right moment doesn't come. You make it. Every time you choose now over later, you train your mind to move faster, to fear less, to become a man who doesn't wait for permission, but creates his own destiny. Consider Frederick Douglass. He escaped slavery to become one of America's greatest orators and abolitionists. He didn't wait for freedom to be handed to him. He seized it, risking everything to flee north. Once free, he didn't rest. He spoke, wrote, fought for the freedom of others, facing death threats and ridicule. Douglass didn't wait for the right time to speak out against injustice. He acted in the face of fear, knowing that every moment of hesitation was a moment lost to his purpose. Your someday may not be a fight for freedom, but it's just as real. It's the book you haven't written, the business you haven't started, the life you haven't claimed. Act now, or watch your dreams die in the shadow of someday. To master your inner storm, know this: your emotions are not your master. They're your weather, doubt, fear, fatigue. They roar like a hurricane, but they're not the truth. The truth is your mission, your purpose, the man you've decided to become. Name the storm. This is fear, this is doubt, then overrule it. Act anyway. Charles M. Schwab, Carnegie's right hand, didn't outsmart his rivals with genius. He outlasted them with relentless action. When others froze in the chaos of industry, Schwab moved, decisive, unshaken, a force of will that bent steel and men alike. You don't need to outthink fear, you need to outmove it. Create rituals to anchor your power. Speak your purpose each morning. Walk in silence to clear the noise. Declare your strength in the mirror until it's the only voice you hear. Repeat these acts until your soul knows no other rhythm. Schwab's power came from his refusal to let emotions steer the ship. When production stalled, when competitors circled, when the weight of responsibility pressed down, he didn't pause to feel ready. He acted. Because action is the antidote to chaos. Your storms, those moments when doubt screams louder than your vision, are no different. They're not here to drown you. They're here to test you. Name the emotion, then move through it. Say, "This is fear, but I am not fear. I am action." Create a ritual that grounds you, a morning affirmation that sets your purpose ablaze, a cold shower that shocks you awake, a moment of silence where you reconnect with your why. These aren't habits, they're weapons, forged to keep you steady when the world shakes. Think of Maya Angelou. She rose from a childhood of trauma and silence to become a voice that shook the world. Muted by abuse, she found her strength in words, in poetry, in the relentless act of speaking her truth. When fear tried to silence her, she named it, faced it, wrote through it. Her rituals, writing, reflecting, speaking, became her anchor, turning pain into power. Your rituals don't need to be grand. They can be as simple as a daily declaration. I am the man who moves, no matter what. Repeat it until it's carved into your soul, until fear becomes a stranger, until action becomes your default. Embrace the rhythm of the unbreakable. Greatness isn't one choice. It's a pulse, a beat carved through repetition. Every day you rise, act, and repeat your purpose, you etch a new groove in your mind, drowning out doubt until it's a whisper too faint to hear. Edison didn't succeed by chance. He repeated his belief in the impossible, day after day, until failure became irrelevant. Carnegie didn't rise by luck. He repeated his hunger for more, turning a poor immigrant boy into a titan. Speak these words daily. I am not my fear. I am my mission. I don't wait for strength. I build it. Write them on your heart. Say them with fire. Live them with every step. Let them become your heartbeat, your rhythm, your unshakable pulse. The man who repeats strength becomes strength. The man who repeats courage becomes courage. Repetition isn't dull. It's the chisel sculpting your soul into something eternal. Repetition is your greatest weapon. Every time you choose to act despite fear, you rewire your mind. Every time you speak your purpose, you deepen its roots. Edison's 10,000 failures weren't defeats. They were repetitions, each one reinforcing his resolve. Carnegie's long hours as a messenger boy weren't wasted. They were rehearsals for the empire he'd build. Your daily choices, your small acts of defiance against doubt, are the repetitions that forge your identity. Wake up and declare, I am the man who moves forward no matter what. Repeat it at night when the day's weight tries to pull you back. Let this rhythm become your default until hesitation feels foreign, until doubt finds no footing in your soul. Look at Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison, his freedom stolen, his voice silenced. Did he quit? To number. He repeated his belief in justice, in freedom, in the man he was becoming. Each day in that cell, he forged his resolve, turning confinement into a crucible for leadership. When he emerged, he didn't just free himself, he freed a nation. Your prison may not be physical, but it's real. It's the fear of failure, the weight of expectations, the doubt that says you're not enough. Repeat your purpose through it. Let each repetition be a strike against your chains, until you stand free, unshakable. This is your final stand, your hour of reckoning. The pain screaming in your veins isn't a signal to stop, it's a call to rise. You're not here to survive, you're here to build, to lead. To become a force no storm can shake. Most men quit inches from the breakthrough, one step from the gold, one choice from the life they were meant to live. Not you, you're not most men. Stand on your battlefield, where the world's noise fades, where the fire burns, where the weight presses hardest. Feel the resistance and move anyway. You are not weak, you are not broken, you are being forged into something unstoppable. But this forging isn't a one-time act, it's a daily commitment. Return to these words every morning. Let them burn into your soul. Not as inspiration, but as instruction. Repeat them when doubt creeps in, when fatigue whispers retreat, when the world tells you to settle. This isn't a speech, it's your blueprint, your battle plan, your war cry. Speak it with force. I am not done. I am not finished. I rise. I build. I am unbreakable. Let these words echo in your chest until they're the only truth you know. The world doesn't reward the man who hopes, it bows to the man who builds, who endures, who becomes. Now take your stand, don't just listen, act. Write down your purpose today, right now, in 10 words or less. Speak it aloud with conviction, commit to one action, however small, that moves you toward it before the sun sets. Repeat this tomorrow, and the next day, and every day after. Build your rhythm, forge your identity. Burn the bridge to retreat and charge toward your destiny. The world is waiting to see the man you'll become, not the one who dreams, but the one who does. Start now, don't you dare wait. If this message lit a fire in you, don't let it fade. Like this video to claim your resolve. Share it with someone fighting their own war within. Subscribe to keep this fire burning in your soul. Your journey doesn't end here, it begins. Act now, rise now, become unbreakable.